Hello, all Supernatural fans. Today has been a long time coming video, and I've been hammered constantly about this for a year, maybe two. It's insane, and I am now officially saying that everything is done with the John Winchester Journal, and I'm going to do a video on it. We're going to do it in the back. The weapons trunk that I've just got done building on my good buddy Jeff LeMay's car Moose. And so the journals are sitting here. And there's going to be two different journals, okay? So it's going to give you guys a little bit of an option. I'm going to put in the contact information on how to get these. And they are, trust me, they're very expensive. Very expensive, but well worth the money. And there's two options. So as we come up, we're going to call this one here on the left. This one here is the Deluxe Journal, I'm calling it. And this one over here is what I'm going to call the Standard Basic Journal. And the difference between these two right here is this one has extra added pages that are absolutely phenomenal. So it just has more pages in it than this one. So first off, I'm going to start talking a little bit about the journals. Some years ago, I sat down and did the journals, me and a guy by the name of Mark up in Kansas City, and we sat down and we did the journals. And I always wanted to do the best pages and everything I could, but I could never find the correct photo or the correct journal pages from, I think, 1990. And so I had just bought some pages and did some sketching. I traced off the original journal and stuff. And what happened is a lady by the name of Georgia came along and she reproduced the 1990 journal pages. And so that was like, well, that's a game changer. And I always knew that there was somebody more artistic than me. Now, my pages looked good. I'm not saying, because I mean, I was just tracing them, but it just, they weren't on the right pages, and you know me, guys, I get real anal. So, my good buddy Marcus and his wife decided to do, they were going to do journal pages. And then there was another buddy by the name of Mark out in Pennsylvania that had done pages. And when I did the Supernatural documentary on the end of season DV set 10, there was actually more stuff that got cut out. And in that was the journal, like Ruby's knife, angel blades, so forth on props. And it got cut out because basically Warner Brothers just said, hey, you know what? Rick doesn't have licensing for this, and we don't care if he's doing it. Basically, they were just not going to promote me, and that's fine. I thank you, Warner Brothers, for that, because of their decision. Now this stuff, these things here are available. And, Warner Brothers could have said, no. And they didn't. So thank God, Warner Brothers is a class act. So, and it allows the fans to get what they really want. Now, I know a lot of you are going to say, oh, but Rick, they did the journal. There's a company, and I think Conquest or something like that did the journal. Here is my take on the journal, on that journal. Do not think I'm trying to be mean or anything like that, because I'm not. It's a great little journal. It's very inexpensive. It's like $80, something like that. Comes with some pages and some ribbons and medals and so forth. And you know what? And for, I would say, an entry-level collector, great. Somebody that doesn't have a lot of money, somebody that just goes, hey, I want something like John's, that is a great thing, okay? These right here are for your high-end collector. This is like if you collect action figures, like Hot Toys, their action figures go $400 or $500 each. This is in the category of that. You are not, I repeat, you are not going to get anything closer to what is used on the show than these. I swear to it. I'll stake my life. I'll stake my reputation on it. It's insane, okay? But the Conquest Journal, getting back to that, it's not the same size as the show journal. It's missing a lot of stuff. It's, like I said, it's an entry-level collector's item. And I know a lot of fans out there are really happy with it, and that's great. I'm happy for you. Just the ultimate collectible in the supernatural world is obviously the 67 Impala. And I believe, this is just my thoughts on this, is if you are investing in a 67 Impala, then what's stopping you from getting the best of the best? And that's tracking down every little prop. And I know it's expensive. I know it's hard. I don't even have everything. There's a few little items that I still have to put into my collection. And, that's just the way it goes. And that's part of the fun. It's the hunt on it. But when something becomes available, like these journals, and you have an Impala, I think you're foolish for not getting one. Now, if you're just a collector and you're like, you know what, I don't need a 67 Impala. I have no desire to have one, or it'd be cool, but I don't want to take care of it. I don't want to pay all the thousands upon thousands of dollars to build one. But I want a supernatural collection I can display in my house, on a shelf, in a cabinet, or whatever. This is it, guys. And these are a hell of a conversation piece. I promise you that. So we're going to dig into it. The Lux Journal here. Now these go, I've just taken these out for purposes of filming, but this goes in, pulls through. And so to show, it's easier to do when I'm holding the camera. So we're going to start with the Deluxe Journal here. And when you open it up, there it is, guys. And this is all crazy screen accurate. I mean, my buddies, okay, first off, I told you that me and Mark in Kansas City did these journals. Mark had another job like me, and he's like, listen, I can't keep up with this. And he just couldn't do it anymore. So I took everything that me and Mark had done. I became very good friends. She's like a sister to me. She is a sister to me. Jan Ashmore. Jan Ashmore owns the Hillywood Impala. And Jan and her husband, Steve, are awesome at making knives, doing leather work. And Jan picked up the torch of making these journals. And now she's selling them. I will put a link. They're going to be on Etsy. And then the pages were done by my brothers, Travis Perdue and John Candela, and Tommy. And let me tell you, guys, I mean, when I keep saying these things are awesome, words do not express. And when you see it here on camera, it is nothing like what it is in person. I promise you that. It's the same thing when we did Impalas for people and stuff, and I do videos of them and everybody's excited. But when they actually get them, it's a whole different ballgame because it's different in person than it is on camera. So, everything being screen accurate. We got the photo of John in the Marines, probably Vietnam, the correct ribbons, the correct medals, family portraits, grandfather. I mean, it's just, and I'm just going to thumb through this. There's the Men of Letter Archive Southwest Florida chapter. That is done by Travis and John. But here we go. I mean, guys, I'm just going to flip through stuff. Now, there are going to be blank pages, okay? Guys, blank pages are in the original journal. So it gives you, you can have a little bit of creativity and make your own. But a lot of times what the show uses on the original journal, I saw a documentary or a deal on it, and they write their lines in it. So when they were using the journal, it was their lines were in it. So I mean, that's pretty cool. But obviously these do not have their lines from the show and stuff. But this thing is just packed with crazy stuff. And I mean, newspaper clippings. Now when John and Tommy and Travis made all this stuff, you know, they had printed these out, and then they had the journal for a long time. Everybody's been asking, oh, what's the update on the journal? And they were working on it. And over time, this newspaper stuff yellowed. So it's like real newspaper. It's insane. They have just done so much. And now, like I said, some of these pages are not going to be in the basic, and I'm going to go over that here real soon. It is, guys, absolutely insane. Insane. How somebody can do this? You know, I mean, there's people who go, oh, Rick, how in the hell can you build an Impala? And, you know, that's just talent and stuff. You know, not just everybody can go out and build a car. I'm not patting myself on the back. When it comes to this stuff like this is insane, because you have to study screen captions. It's not like Warner Brothers / Supernatural said, oh, guys, here's the journal, have at it, copy it verbatim, and, you know, go ahead and sell them and, you know, have fun. It was nothing like that. These guys went back and screen captured everything, and it's just freaking insane how this can be done. And I'm not a computer guy. I'm sure there's some stuff out there that helps on the computers, but it's like I said, blows my mind. This handwriting, guys, is done in John's handwriting. If you go pull up a screen caption, it is the handwriting. It's not just like, oh, some guys sitting down at a table going, hey, let's just write this out because this is what it said. It's nuts. The whole creation, you know. This, I was told by Travis that this is an original telegram. Somebody had, I can't remember if it was Brian Tubbs or somebody had a original blank telegram, the same one, and they copied it, and then they wrote on it what is in John's journal. Once again, freaking amazing. And I know I'm just flipping through this stuff here real fast, and everybody's like, oh, what's in that and what's in that? I'm going to give you guys their contact information, and you guys can, you know, contact them, buy it. I mean, there's a whole deal on werewolves. I mean, how? I still am totally dumbfounded by this. There's the Reaper page. Amazing. I mean, the funeral notice. I think, I have to, as I flip through here, there is a postcard. And I don't know if it's in this, and if it's not, I have the original, and by the original postcard, not the original postcard from the show, but the same one used. I tracked it down a long time ago, and I will make sure that they get that so they can copy that and put that in here. Like I said, how insane. There's the dean. Nope, there's the postcard. There it is. So, I mean, like I said, no stone was unturned. I mean, they went through everything, guys. If go back and, I mean, I know a lot of you guys like going back and watching the series all over and stuff, and I'm sure there's probably a web page out there that tells you every time the journal shows up, and you can go watch that episode and just see these photos and these pages. I didn't even know half of this stuff was in there. Listen, you guys know, obviously, I'm a huge fan of the show. And there's a difference between a fan, you know, I like cars, I like guns, I love props. And to have, I mean, they even made the envelope. I mean, I remember looking for this, the original. They made it. I mean, this thing is, guys, it's insane how any of this is possible. And so this is, like I said, the deluxe. And sorry, my camera's moving around as I'm trying to grab stuff here. It has the pages, the Sam's drawings, on the correct stationery. I mean, guys, the Sleep Easy Motel. It's, you know, the portrait, the clipboard's in the back, the correct, everything is correct. And then Men of Letters. You know, how cool, how cool. So that's the deluxe. And then when you come over here, now this journal actually here belongs to Eddie. And like I said, I will kind of, I got a message from John today telling me like, hey, these are the pages that are in the deluxe and all that. So I took a screenshot of it on my phone, and I'm going to read off and tell you what comes with this. Let me come over here and get my phone, and so I can try to pull all this up. Let's see here. I'm going to have to switch hands. And, all right. So the first message I get from John says, howdy brother, happy Thursday. Here's a list of pages that are in your journal that are not included in the set. They are in order of how they should be in your journal. If folks are interested in them, they will be extra. We have been including a couple of the extra pages in random bonuses for people's sets because my buddies are like seriously the nicest people that imaginable. So it says pages in Rick's journal that are not included in page sets. November 1925, Woman in White. January 8/14, Demons of Darkness. January 11th, Shadows of Darkness. J.F. Myers' Letter. April 2/8, Amphitheater. June 4/10, Croatian, July 2nd, 2/4. Werewolves, July 30th, August. 5 Absence of Light, August. 16 Ghoul, Lion Hotel Letter. September 6th, Bear Walkers plus Art. October 4th, Repellium, my phone's dying there. Santana Project, Planner. There's a March 8th, Phone List. Cherry Direct, March 8th, Phone List. Kevin Parks. So those are the extra things that come in this one that don't come in this. Now I will tell you, the pages, to buy the pages is like $375 for this version. If you want this version, it is $600, but that comes with the journal. So contact the guys and say, well, I've already, if I already bought the journal from Jan and I need whatever, talk to them. But so a complete journal, boom, there you see it. This version here, $600. People are probably freaking out. $600, you can buy the Conquest one for $80, and this is $600. I mean, if you work hard for your money, but here's the deal. I do work hard for my money, and if I'm going to spend my money, I want the best of the best. That's me. I'm not downplaying you. I'm not criticizing you or anything if you don't feel the same way I do. But there are people like me. That's scary, I know. But it is something that you can sit there and just read these pages and spend hours. I mean, it's absolutely insane. And this is real leather. I mean, you'll see like where stitching is not like uniform all the way around. There's little subtle things that you don't know about the original journal that I do. And like the stitching is not straight. It was made by the props department. You can never go out and buy one of these. They made it. And you will never, ever, I repeat, never, ever get one. I mean, I think literally I could take this to the show. The shows did dye theirs a little darker. It was originally this light orangey tan, and then when the episode when their grandfather came back, and that's when Abaddon was introduced and stuff, they had went back and they'd taken sandpaper and scratched this all up and dyed it a darker brown. So there's an option. If you want to do that, you can. I just kind of like this version myself, but it's an option if you want. You can always darken it. But these things, just insane. Insane. And listen, guys, there's going to be people out there that they're going to be trying to sell stuff. They're going to try to copy. There's always somebody trying to copy, okay? And I don't agree with that, but we can't stop that, okay? But let me tell you, if it does not have any markings on it from Georgia, Tommy, John, Travis, Jan, don't buy it. It's a knockoff. It's not, and I can guarantee it's not right. These pages here are handwritten. These are not photocopied. Okay, it's not like, oh, we just put them in a printer and you know, pumped them out. Now they are talking about maybe trying to do that for a lower price if you don't want handwritten. I don't know if they have come to that conclusion yet, but that may be an option. That is a question you can ask them. Me, I have to have the real deal. Sorry, just me. Not, like I said, not pointing, not laughing, not talking behind your back. That if you don't, that's your decision. That's your prerogative. Okay. I know what has to go in my car, and what goes in my car is the best of the best. And unfortunately, I don't think Warner Brothers is going to call me up and go, "Hey, Rick, you know, show's ending next year. Here's the journal." Warner Brothers, if you're watching this, God, I'll give you my soul if it's worth anything. But I just don't think that's going to happen. And I'm pretty sure that'll probably go up into a Warner Brothers museum or something like that. So, guys, there it is. I mean, these things are phenomenal. Like I said, everything that you see here in this, this is the basic. I mean, you get a lot of stuff, except for those pages that I read off to you before. And the reason I was talking to Travis, and he said, you know, the deluxe version here, the reason it's so expensive because the pages and everything to do for the extras are really difficult because they have to be burned right. Yeah. Once again, we're talking very anal into detail. And so, guys, there you have it. I mean, really, can anybody argue with me? I'll debate on these. Somebody show me something better, because it's not out there. The only thing that's going to be better is the original. And if anybody wonders if this plastic bag, this is Eddie's, and it was all wrapped up. But I kind of wanted to show that, you know, yes, you get the newspaper clippings, and you know, you're just missing some pages and stuff. But these things are just so incredible.